What's up, dedicated Dragon Ball? That is in some right, and we're here for another episode of the Hawks Dragon Ball Nest. I don't know, felt like doing a little different there. Anyway, this time we are going to get into the set dump set preview for the red color. The leader there is going to be Trunks. We finally got a Z Future Trunks in here, so boom, baby, let's go. Is this going to be a viable deck? We'll see, so I'll go through each card there. First starting with the new stuff, and then we'll get into the extras and the reprints as well, aka legacy support this time, so let's go. All right. Here we are. We've got the list up of the normal cards, and it's kind of a funny list where we're just going to see the same names a lot, except for the first three. So we've got Trunks as the leader. He's got the long hair out of the hyperbolic time chamber. He's got the battle armor. Unfortunately, not as cool, little jacket, but that's all right. And then on the backside, I actually really like the art on this card, and I'm not a big fan of the golds usually, but this one might be a gold that I want to collect and keep. Okay, 20k, he awakens at 4. Permanent opponent's turn. If a battle card with evolve in your battle area would have been KO'd, you may switch one field in your battle area to rest mode instead. So, not bad at all. So you're kind of protecting your battle cards by resting your field. Really, you're going to be using that hyperbolic time chamber, which we'll get into at the end here. So yeah, then let's just get into the hyperbolic time chamber first. In fact, okay. So here is that. It's a 0 cost field card. This card remains in your battle area. Blah blah blah. Permanent. If your leader is Trunks Future and evolve would activate on a battle card with Saiyan in its special traits from your hand, you can choose a card from under this card in a battle area instead. So you can kind of hide or stack your hyperbolic time chamber and play cards from out from under it rather than your hand. So kind of cool, I suppose. Alright, so let's get into the cards. We'll start with the 3 randos. And I say that because they're like the only non-like Saiyan cards here, right, for the most part. So we've got King Kai, 1 cost 5k. On play, if your leader's Trunks Future, look at 5 cards from top of your deck, reveal a card with evolve, put it in your hand, rest at the bottom of your deck. A solid, if unspectacular, searcher. Probably has a place in this deck because there's so many evolves and there's different kind of lines to play that you definitely want that. So I think I would play him in this deck. Tien, 2 cost 5k, 10k combo. If your leader's Trunks Future, add a card from life to hand. Then choose up to 1 battle card with 25k or less, and it can't attack during your opponent's next turn. So also solid. I mean, it's a 10k combo. It can stun. It can self-awaken. I'll take it. Sure. Alright, and then we've got the Piccolo, 1k, 5k. So it's another searcher. Look at 5 cards from the top of your deck. Reveal a non-Piccolo card with Lookout in its special traits. Add it to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. So let's see. This one's Earthling. This one's Kai's Planet. But I think a lot of the other ones are going to be Lookout. So that's kind of the tag that we've got. Alright, so then we've got this Vegeta, Super Vegeta. 10k, 1 cost, 5k. End of turn, return this card from battle area to your hand. Place any number of battle cards with Saiyan and Lookout from your hand or battle area under hyperbolic time chamber in your battle area until it has 2 or fewer cards under it. Then draw 1 card for each card placed by this skill. So the cool thing about this is you can kind of protect your buddies, right? Because it's from your battle area, right? So if you're playing out these cards that are going to evolve the next turn, you can attack with them. Play as long as you have this bad boy out there, then you can move those cards underneath the hyperbolic time chamber so that they can train and then be evolved next turn. And then you're also drawing for each one done. I kind of like this. You can use them from your hand too, so it's also another way of just kind of hand cycling. I don't know, it's pretty good. I like it. I'll take it. And then it's kind of funny where we go from Super Vegeta to a higher cost card. But this is actually a really good card. It's a 3 cost 20k combo, 10k combo, 20k power. That would be crazy if it was that much. Okay. All right. So on play, if there's a hyperbolic time chamber in your battle area, this card gets plus 15k for the turn. and then evolve is going to cost you 1. So if you've got this Vegeta out there, or any other 1 cost or 2 cost or whatever, you pay 1, and basically you're paying 1 for a 20k. I mean a 35k for the turn. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good beat stick, and it's 10k combo in hand. I like a lot of these cards because there are a decent amount in the game of 3 cost 20k that go up to 35k, but a lot of times they're 5k combo, so I like this being a 10. So these 2 cards are probably 4-ofs, right? Then we've got a Goku, basically the same thing as Vegeta, the Super Vegeta. He's going to, you return to hand, place any number of battle cards with saying lookout under the hyperbolic time chamber, draw for each card placed by that skill. You can only, and it says up to 2, so it's kind of stupid the way it's phrased, in my opinion. It should say oh well, I guess that makes sense, because maybe I was gonna say it should just say 2 cards, but no, because then you could use both and split 4, so never mind. Okay, anyway, don't mind me. All right, then we've got our first alt of the set. This one's a rare alt, so 20k, 5k, 3 cost. It's an evolve. You pay 1. If there's a hyperbolic time chamber in your battle area, choose a battle card in your opponent's area and it gets minus 15k for the turn. I don't know. It's a solid card. I think the Vegeta's a lot better. Minus 15k is good, but it's not great in my opinion. I don't know what we're gonna run this guy at, but I definitely want this card as a collector's to put into my no trade binder. All right, now we've got our craziest kind of line of the way, our longest, I guess I would say. So we've got our Gohan first, 2 cost, 10k, 10k. On play, add a card from left to hand. If there's a hyperbolic time chamber in your battle area, choose a battle card in your opponent's area. It gets minus 10k for the turn. Solid if unspectacular card. I mean, I guess the Gohan himself can attack perhaps a 20k that gets down to 10. And then if you're going to place a Goku or Vegeta out there, you can hide this guy so that he doesn't get KO'd. Or you just play him out. It's an okay card. I don't know. It's probably not going to put in that much work, but it can do. Then we've got the 4 cost Gohan. So this one will cost you 1 to evolve. It's a 20k, 10k combo, 4 cost. Cool. And permanent opponent's turn. This card in the battle area gets 20k power. So solid in that case. I mean, he's going to have 40k on your opponent's turn. So you can hit for that 20 and then just hope your opponent doesn't remove him. This is probably one I would not put underneath just because he has that 20k power for next turn. So that's fun. You may place the Son Gohan childhood with lookout. So for 1. Okay, so that one's for 1. Now our next line here is going to be this bad boy. 6 cost, 35k, 5k combo. So this one's going to cost you 1, and you evolve him up to a from the 4 cost. You have to have a 4 cost, and you evolve up to 6. So until the end of your opponent's next turn, your Trunks featured leader gets 5k power. This card I really do like. If you could get that 4 cost to stick, even if you play the 4 cost out straight up, if you really have to, which wouldn't be ideal, then you can pay this guy, and you could play him for 5 essentially, and your Trunks leader gets 5k power. Don't underestimate the power of that. I just played a match against a Piccolo superhero, and it really kills me. Like it really does well against aggro decks that have a lot of these 20k bodies out there. Like Ginyu, just rest in peace. Even Vegeta, the green Vegeta, which was what I was playing. You know, I've got more 20ks than 25s. A lot of times the leader's not going to be able to hit. So pretty good card, and it's 35k. And then if that bad boy sticks, then whoo, baby, we got the Gohan childhood, full on Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. I mean, the last one was 2, but this is an 8 cost, 50k power, and it is 0 combo. Okay, now what I like about this one, evolve. This one you just need a Gohan childhood of 4 or more, so you can go for 2 energy straight into this guy. So essentially, if you played him out the same turn, you could do it for 6 cost. On play, choose a battle card with 35k power or less and KO it. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's one you kind of wish was a... I mean, anytime you see a KO, you wish it was just a remove from battle area. Would that be a little bit too OP? Probably. Probably, but it doesn't really help you too much against some of the boos and things like that. But I really like this card. I mean, I really like the art on it. I kind of wish this one got an alt too, but I guess the art on this one is pretty sick. So maybe we don't need an alt. All right, so now we've got our next line. The last line, in fact, is going to be the Trunks future after his leader. And now this card's probably one of my favorite cards overall in Fusion World. Another one that I really want to get just to collect. Cool, I love this card. All right, so this one's a 2-cost 5k, 10k. It's another one of our kind of new age searchers, 2-cost searchers, where it's got 10k. If your leader's Trunks, add 1 card from life to hand, then look at 2 cards from the top of your deck, reveal a card with Saiyan, add it to your hand, place the rest at the bottom. Honestly, like, though, I don't get why it's just 2 cards. Most of these 2-cost searchers are between 3 and 4. Like, we've got King Cold, we've got... there's another one that, like, I think it's the Bulma. So I don't really get why it's only 2. It's a little bit unfortunate, but I guess maybe because he does have more use after that. Like, he's, you know, he's going to be evolving. But they should have made it 3 or 4. It's a little bit unfortunate with that one. But anyway, then we go up to the 4-cost. Oh man, another card I just really love out here, this Trunks feature, and what I mean by love is the art on it. So it's another 4-cost 20k, 5k combo. Gonna cost us 1 to evolve. On play, if your leader is Trunks feature, look at 5 cards from the top of your deck, reveal a card with Saiyan, add it to your hand, place the rest at the bottom. So I guess, I mean, this is also a Searcher 2, which is cool, but I mean, you're still losing a card in hand, so it's only replacing with that. I still think, honestly, the first one should have been. But this is a solid card. Solid card. One that you probably want to hide after that, because then we've got our 6-cost line. So 6-cost 5k combo, which is nice, 35k. We need the 4 costs, and we pay 1. Choose 2 battle cards in your opponent's battle area that get minus 15k for the turn. So solid as well. I'll only call it solid. I don't know. I don't think it's ridiculous. It's a nice 35k. This is probably one you want to throw out there if you've got a couple of them. But, you know, not bad. Now, first when I'm looking at the reprints, I'm like a little bit annoyed because literally none of them are Trunks support. But I guess when you think about it, like, this is just such a new, it's a whole new, you know, it's Lookout, it's Trunks feature, it's a whole new thing. There's not really, the only Z stuff is androids, you know. So even though this isn't supporting, I actually did kind of like it in the end because, you know, for the most part, like, all of the best cards for either Android 18 or Cell are Manga set, and to me sometimes I'm like, oh man, I don't really want to mix these two up too much, right? So I just moved around a little bit, so, you know, it makes sense. So we've got this is over by, which is literally the same the same panel from the original print, but in manga form. Cool. Not very excited about this one. Then we've got the Android 16. So this one came out in FB07, and it really helps Android 18 getting that field out there. So nice card there. 1 card from life to hand. Then we can play a field or an extra, more so 3 or less in Android. You don't have to pay the cost. So that's pretty cool if you're going to play him out and then play this one, or obviously the field. Then we've got the Android 17. Another one. We have an art of this card in green, so cool. And I don't know. It's in my opinion not a great card. I don't think it's going to really see play. It really hasn't. Then we've got a reprint of the 18 Cantrip because of course we need as many versions of these as possible. Same print as the original leader. Not excited about this one because I really like the original Cantrip, as well as the I mean, obviously the regionals version as well. So I don't know. Cool. And then Android 20. You know, this is one a card I don't mind too much. You know, it was in one of my original lists of 18, but it's not a great card. It's another one that's probably not going to see play either. 20k, 10k combo is cool, 10k combo, but 20k for a 3 cost isn't great these days. Add a card from life to hand. If attacking a battle card, you can minus 10k from it. Cool. And this one's probably the most useful of all of them. I mean, I think people are going to like the This Is Over By and the 16. This one doesn't see a ton of play in Cell, but I hope it one day does see more, because I hope that they like ban or limit that 5 cost that everybody loves anyway. So 5 cost 30k, 5k combo. If your leader has only Android and the special traits this card, the battle area gets 10k power. And then we're going to KO a 15k card. Alright, well that's going to do it for this episode of the Hawks Dragon Ball Nest. Hope you enjoyed that. What do you think? I mean, I'm like so on the fence. Like, I really like Gotenks. I like Trunks as a character more. I love Z Trunks, so I really want to try this deck, but I'm just not quite sure about it yet. I don't know if it has the sauce, you know. I think what it's really missing is maybe it needs a little bit more draw power. You know, maybe I'll tinker a little bit to see if we can kind of make that work, because all of the evolving just kills your hand size. You know, I'm used to playing with a lower hand size with a lot of the aggro decks that I have, but there's just so many, you know, it relies on a lot. Like, it seems like a lot has to work for it to work, so, you know, we'll see what happens with it. I'll try it out. I'll definitely try it out. You know, the only red I've really played is 18, so we'll see. And then, cool manga support for some of the other manga heavy leaders in 18 and Cell. If you liked what you saw, hit that subscribe button and become part of the Hawks Nest. Fearless flock, we are. Of fabulous folks, we are. Who love to do what we love. Love making these videos. I'm so excited for SB02. So I'm hoping that I can just, you know, get one of these videos out each day, so that we can go Monday through Friday, review this whole set, and get into another leader. I do want to kind of, before the next set comes out, I want to get a deck profile of my Vegeta Mini DA Blue, so we'll see if we could do that. But until then, we'll see you next time.